Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a country where the leaders are having a misplaced priorities. This one I'm saying it emphatically. I said, "Ekroni ewumuno, mpenifo ni nyina no, ade ehia no, ehia ma omo. Ni ehia, enihia ma omo." Now, the reason why I'm saying this is that say uba akochro Wassce 2024 yi, uba etro Wassce a. Ana say, oye unua bi, hu nipa bi ekochro Wassce a. Maybe at this point, I feel like we need to embrace ourselves. Now you want to say be to me because public relations officer Kasama for Edema, the West African Examination Council, Waec, Mr. Kapi, and it is very, very, very worrying. It is alarming. It is something that, in fact, I ask myself, how did we get here? Details ni na me de bro, a hard drink papa. And some of Pandia Betujan, one way you crampo results be a mabont. And I didn't put crown on marking book, nom the results about saying full details, Ewa Hano, you be doing come about him. Over subscribe to the channel, no, Eddie Amaye. We are no like video, no, very, very necessary as far as this channel and in the group, no, a concern. Now we so now watch our drain or comment section. Please, it must be void of insults. Chira what drain now me also and chira drain. Maybe I make us say a hano. You can't drink, name me any bad dream banso, any dinkomo eufia. Aha, Dynamic TV Plus, and this is What's Up Today. And dear call, and I'm a brown midi at an Dynamic.
He's about to go now.
I was for Afayan Shasia. So, Kaya, somewhere along the line, right after I said, Wassce for no omutro wie no and I say Waec for ehwe ma kwala ni true exams ni bibia wie no even before the exam no e babontin say aban e de Waec for ka nti won hwe a say exam no kwa na so mbetro I say omuntro eno ntin koda e na koba after so omutro ye no e na koba say e ka bi wo ho nti no Waec for e demand ansana say ombe market papers no kwa ma market why it looked as if say na I say ball asuja no ase wo ho ase mofo ohun enim no adum na so ase ne de e hyepa se bi ase na ntwe gyanan no na eno na ewo mu a ena sesei the PRO Edema Waec ababonten Mr. Kapi or the same be na beto abonten but when this is an article I've chanced on and I want us to digest it what I say yenhwe e canon e sen aban tu asen na sen na sesei no Waec no. What are they doing? Ye betu yebo near the sound komo we nyina tobo e wakakra nemu no. I know say it is worth it because say wo kromu a e kro we no yes education no eda yakoma so. Nkwala ni suku sem eda yakoma so. Nti wo kokan be catch say free SHS no a flagship program. It is good what you say. But say ade bi da wakoma so na o invest in that thing na e hawa because how do you get people into the school. But the examination body na ebehwe na oma mark oma exam na results na ba bonten na bia pia be ye adwuma ne ade no. What oma sawram. Odi omo ka umpe ho asem mu a. Then you ask yourself say, what good is it? Say odi sika no be kwa ade anim. Wa bra wonim say omo wie kura no a. The final stage na ombedu no eno kra so be kwa problem. Now let's move on. So the fate of the 2024 West African Senior Secondary Certificate Examination Wassce results hangs in the balance as the West African Examination Council Waec grapples with a crippling debt exceeding 155 million Ghana cedis owed by the government. So here they are saying there is a problem with the whole, like the Waec, problem with the government because aban no at the Waec neka 155 million Ghana cedis. 155 million Ghana cedis. Oh, the Waec 155 million Ghana cedis. And this one, no, according to the Waec, it's not just the Wassce alone. BC for kahon. Just or the Waec nankasaka. Jesus. So now let's move on. With a much anticipated release of the 2024 results, scheduled for December 9th, 2024, Waec is now facing a serious crisis that could delay or disrupt the release of these critical results. So they are saying, say, Waec nankasa no, they are now facing serious problems. Now you cannot, owe an examination body that buys everything for itself. The printers, the scanners, everything or the adwuma bia no e ono ane dia. Nti oye adwuma ne ma wa na what yaneka. Nti wo de ne ka exceeding 155 million Ghana cedis no. How do you expect the examination council to work? It's also a story for another day. Enye bia na ye de ka. Even over the campo a the can according to you and then according from 155 Ghana cedis. That is huge. So they are saying say nanka December 9th 2024 and was saying come release the results no. But looking at send enema kone there one hwe ni ya results no, it won't only be delayed but they make me disrupt the whole process no, because as it stands now marking ground marking yet. Not to talk of releasing. I was saying we are in November 20th, and if among market crown and I say almost starting ask yourself, say December 9th, how many days? And I also made the complete BBR. Now to me, I'm a result I am ready by the December 9th now. Let's move on. According to the head of public relations at Waec, John Kapi, the situation has become dire, with the examination body struggling to maintain the necessary resources to carry out its duties. Now, we are in a very difficult position right now, Mr. Kapi said, citing the outstanding arrears owed by the government for previous year's exams. Not only are we dealing with significant financial constraint, but there are also operational challenges, particularly with our scanning machines for objective tests and other machines which are malfunctioning due to lack of proper maintenance. You see, these are some of the reasons why you can't owe some of these bodies. The reason why I'm saying is that we have misplaced priorities. Yo, baby, just say a typical black man, a typical black leader has misplaced priorities. I don't know whether they don't have a scale of preference in their whole itineraries, but I feel like you can't owe these people where you feel like, free SHS, yes, is good. Ask yourself how many, how much do you, what is the cost? As far as maintaining that flagship policy is concerned, no, what is the cost? Then you ask yourself, say, after you incurring all these costs, at the end of the day, where does it get to? It gets to the point where the children are supposed to write Wassce or West African Examination Council Waec exam. And the body that is supposed to oversee this kind of exam, you are owing them, and they are saying, say, even if they manage to write, even if they manage to oversee the exam, their machines, it's not like they are not going to mark, but the machines, some of them are malfunctioning, some of them due to lack of maintenance, some of them are not working. Some of them needs to be replaced, and they don't have the money. And it's not like you have given them money and they are saying they're not going to do it. And let nobody deceive you or let nobody fool you by saying, say, it's not just 2024 alone. The debt has been accrued. The debt has been compounding. Look, it has been compounding. I understand. But is it 155 Ghana cedis that the government of the day cannot give to Waec? Or we simply have a place that we feel like this is where we need to get the money to? And that is the situation of a total misplace of priorities. We feel like, yes, it needs, but the need, the here pass this person or this particular place. This place they need. Look, if we can make all the expenses there is in the world about education, if we can boast of education, if you can boast of making the necessary whatever expenses, if we can say, oh, in our regime, in our tenure of office, and your bulk almost close to 200 billion Ghana cedis. Ye pompe sika trillions of cedis. the share education system mu na nkwala ne be kwa try exam we na yenya body obe mark just because aban at the same body ne car it all know they make sense at the end of the day no it more like when jare we no about to powder we inframa fum ni nyina akọ. Let's have some decisions right. It looks as if from the top no decision is made right. A Barbesi Black Star so GFA no decision is made right. It looks as if say it is in fact a Ghanaian leaders DNA Ghana lead the BN to me have even one decision right. They only get decisions right when they are in opposition. But when they are in power, it looks as if say decisions in na yara bibia ke kabom see one time. Look, it doesn't make sense if you can spend whatever amount of money and at the end of the day, the end product, look, I need Juma. What if I spend billions of cedis in maintaining my laptop, and at the end of the day, laptop no me swa and swa nyanse wom ne sen. Nyanse wom ne sen me billions of cedis share laptop ni mu se me maintain no any sen. Now let's proceed. Yeah, so this you cannot blame Waec for any reason because the machines are not working and they are not machines themselves. They have to work with machines and you have to pay them for them to get their machines maintained. It is as simple as that. Now let's move on. The debt owed by the government is substantial. Waec has confirmed that as of 2024, the total arrears for the Basic Education Certificate Examination, that is the BECE, Wassce, and other exams stand at an alarming 155.86 million Ghana cedis. So the 155.86 million is not only the Wassce, okay? It is a compounding cost. It is a compounding expenses. So it is comprising of the BECE and the Wassce. Let's move on. In the case of BECE, the government owes 4.94 million Ghana cedis for the 2024 session. So yes, that is if they are breaking the whole 155 down, that is it. So 4.94 million for BECE, that is the 2024 and only the no. Now for the 2024 session, whilst the Wassce arrears are far more significant, Wassce the 2024 then they were now on this amount, 30.49 million Ghana cedis is owed for the 2023 and an additional 9.97 million Ghana cedis for the 2022. Despite the large amount owed, Waec has managed to receive some payments for BECE 2024. The government has already paid 90.90 million Ghana cedis. Now the balance remains 4.94 million Ghana cedis. I don't want to politicize anything. I want us to settle the issue and say what we have to say. And you be beyond a politicizer. Let's move on. Despite the large amount owed, Waec has managed to receive some payments. Yeah, so that is the part that we just read. Now for BECE, a partial payment of 75.98 million has been made, but a staggering 155.86 million remains unpaid. The financial crisis facing Waec is having far-reaching implications. The exam body's ability to ensure the smooth processing of the Wassce results is being severely compromised. The malfunctioning scanning machines essential for grading objective tests are a key point of concern. If we are unable to fix or replace the machines, it could delay the processing of results, Mr. Kapi warned. He added that this could affect the timely release of the 2024 Wassce results, which are eagerly awaited by thousands of students, teachers, parents, and the schools. Now, let's not politicize this, but one thing is for sure, that the country and its leaders are having misplaced priorities. I tell you, if we have the opportunity to be doing election or going into election, sharing monies, doing all sort of things with government inflating figures for projects, with government using money for things that are, less relevant to what it could have been used for, then it is a clear case of misplaced priorities. Well, the reason why I'm saying say me personally politicizing is this. You see, the problem is that if we bring NPP and NDC, if we begin to be making comparisons, then the problem will still persist, because in this case it's just going to be like, oh, Mahama Wohono wa Neka Akufo-Addo, because if they are saying Omokano started from 2022, whereas Akufo-Addo assumed office in 2017, then it tells you say in 2016, yes, then it tells you say, look, well, the government has misplaced priorities. Nobody actually knows why these things are there, why these costs are there actually. But is this supposed to happen? Some kwalabe tro exam na wie. Hwe bi bre ye ebi na. Some, you see, things that ebi mu go through. Na ebekwa ko wie akiri no. Ye se aban de Waec kanti. Ade no mpo ye marki mpo. Now, I could really easy. And you see, one problem is that per academic year, no. In fact, every uni biano on a calendar. There is an academic calendar. Your year it was a freshers no eba. And a year it was a epimuwi. You see, this could cause a whole lot of wahala. This could cause a whole lot of problems. Do the young funny say, so when to me and we no man release, by the scheduled date, I know yet December 9th now. What is going to happen? Time being the bimbenium results now. Time being and now I will phone bit me prepare say the back school. Sometimes Ujeni be who I want to say. Now beside I want to say, do we even have leaders? If we have leaders, this is a simple mathematics. And Kwalani school, okay, fine. Winning some better exams in there. Why don't you pay for the body now and make everything available? The necessary preparations are needed for the examination to just commence peacefully and successfully. Why market? It's the same body. So why do you have to? Why? How did we get here? How? Then you get the education minister mounting a podium to talk about we have made the greatest whatever infrastructure or whatever development as far as education is concerned. And another Danko Akufo-Addo and Bawumia is the president are making immense change. In fact, or why a gross contribution as far as education is concerned. Look, we don't care whether you made STEM's education, whether you built schools, whether you did what. At the end of the day, what we care about is where we are now. That the schools that you've built, the students will go and write the exam and nobody would want to mark for them. And there is nobody to just mark the papers that they've written for them just because you are owing them. Because you are owing them an amount of 155 million Ghana cedis, compounding amounts are from 2022. Look, let me know what you think in the comment section. I feel like we are not serious as a nation. On my Nankasan, we are not serious. Yeah, jale. Sometimes if I say these things, somebody will be like, oh, I said, you are being so hard on the government. Look, I'm not being hard on anybody. I'm just saying the truth, calling a spade a spade. Look, do you think, say, in any case, if Akufo-Addo's son or Akufo-Addo's nephew and Akufo-Addo ne Wassce bi ba omia ne ba akotro Wassce and I was say Waec for marking the results. Do you think this will happen? And sometimes it looks as if these people don't really care. Because as far as education is concerned, if this is not on your scale of preference, then I don't know. If this is not number one, if this is not your number one priority, then I don't know why you are even investing in education in the first place. This is a clear case of you going for a loan, building a whole mansion without apportioning a pointer over a toilet. Ube sit dining in every one far restroom and shame. So we na ure few say what the dining shame when ube didi. This what dining shame when our cobi out to be an ebefino who say a befoul baby aba. This a foul baby ba now when your baby and yenwa. Then you ask yourself, say, what is your conscience? One kasano, I drained out dear here. So this is where we are as a nation. Unia chawadwen, mami who are doing or comment section, and this is what's up today. And the call ena mcbrown. This has been your number one show. What's up today? And I am Nanayao Dynamic. Mami who are doing today, the like video no, very necessary. Now I'm out.
NJ a futu asanesem ni na hefani ebe ho no e Dynamic TV Plus. Okutwa so memo ade fon ho da wuroda. Subscribe na share na fa comment bra said ye be ye ebe hu de wo pe na aso hu de mede ba. Adwen na anya adwuma nipadua no bre entena se ma reho enye wo moso. E ma konkonsan so ma wo bi fi abra o subscribe Dynamic TV Plus yanka bi nya bibi papa hwe. Don't forget sa adwen na anya adwuma nipadua no bre.